in my opinion, the final domino piece that we've been waiting for this NBA season to truly kick off. Has been James Harden. James Harden has been whining and bitching in Philly in the last 2 months. For the last 2 months. Some might say rightfully so, some might not, but that's the case. That's just been the case. And James Harden stood on business and finally got his way. James Harden finally got his way. I don't know what to tell you. Now, I personally woke up to the news this morning. This shit was reported on at 2 a.m. I was asleep by then. But honestly, looking back at when I actually slept, this might have actually happened as soon as I went to, like, dead ass, when I transitioned from being awake to sleeping. Because I'm pretty sure I was up late last night. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So this broke out 2 a.m. yesterday. The 76ers have agreed on a trade to send James Harden to the Los Angeles Clippers. James Harden's a Clipper. Now let's look at the actual details of the trade because there were a lot of moving pieces involved. So the Sixers are acquiring Marcus Morris, Nicholas Batum, Robert Covington, KJ Martin, multiple draft picks, and a pick swap for James Harden. PJ Tucker's also going to the LA Clippers, along with Philip Petrusev. I don't know who that is, but I guess we'll find out. So more clarification on what those picks are. The Clippers are sending the Sixers a 2028 unprotected first-round draft pick, 2 second-round picks, and a pick swap, sources tell ESPN. The Clippers are also routing the 76ers an additional future first-round pick from a third team. Okay. The 76ers are also waiving veteran guard Danny Green, sources tell ESPN. Philadelphia needed the roster spot to complete the trade with the Clippers. Damn. So it's fuck Danny Green, huh? God damn. So this is the full story right here. Let's watch this video real quick.
For Joel Embiid's future. What does this mean for the Sixers? And in particular, what does it mean for Joel?
Why does he say what like that? What does this...
Embiid's future?
What Daryl Morey hopes it means for Joel Embiid is a chance, short and long term, to put the kind of players around him to allow this team to compete for a championship. You know, the Sixers get 2 first-round picks in this deal, a pick swap, 2 second-round picks, an expiring contract. So this season now, the Sixers can go out probably closer to the trade deadline, or at least in December, January, when players start to become available. They feel like they have a package comparable to what Boston gave up for Drew Holiday, that they can get, if that player becomes available, a comparable player in the market, that they can be at the front of the line. And then next summer.
Who? I need names. Jimmy Butler? Are they trying to lure Jimmy from Miami?
The Sixers potentially now going to have somewhere between $50 and $65 million in salary cap space to go out and either in free agents.
Zach LaVine or Malcolm Brogdon? Okay.
Get a star player, or perhaps be able to have the room to take that money on if teams are looking to get salary off, and the Sixers have the assets to bring that player in. So they see certainly some the short-term ability with the emergence of Tyrese Maxey, who was the Eastern Conference Player of the Week. He's going to take on a bigger load for this Sixer team. He looks like a future all-star guard, and the hope is Philly can have a team by the trade deadline that can compete for an Eastern Conference championship, and then they can go star hunting this summer around Embiid.
So that's the plan for Philly. I mean, listen, I think the Sixers are just trying to make best of the situation the way that it is. First of all, big winner Tyrese Maxey, number one player of the week in opening week. Just been balling the fuck out. He looks like he has earned his way into getting the ball in his fucking hands, being a focal point of that offense. Even if James Harden came back, I still felt like Tyrese Maxey was going to have a very good year this year. So shout out to Tyrese Maxey, man. Big money Maxey. Big money Maxey. For the 76ers, I do believe this is a great trade for them in terms of just providing closure to the whole James Harden saga. I'm a very firm believer in a lot of things in life that closure and a sense of direction is better than anything you can ask for. You know, I think a lot of people spend time overthinking and trying to over-optimize certain things when, you know, sometimes all you really needed to do was take a step back, pick a fucking lane. Like, spend more time picking a lane and just sticking to it instead of trying to find out what that best lane is. You know what I'm saying? Addition by subtraction type shit. So it's a good deal for them. However, if they are banking on Zach LaVine being in the trade market, which I'm going to be honest is a pretty high chance at this point in time, Chicago Bulls need to blow it up. I'll still say that right now. You know, if the Raptors are looking like one of those teams that are going to blow it up soon as well, which I also think they should blow it up. I don't know what the fuck Toronto and Chicago are doing. They are just in the purgatory right now. Getting one of those players, I do believe, is worth taking a risk on. You know what I'm saying? When you have Joel Embiid on your team, especially at this point in his career, you are competing for championships, period, point blank. So it's not like the 76ers are just giving up. It's not like the 76ers are just, you know, giving a young-ass Tyrese Maxey this big-ass load pause and letting him try to win a championship with Joel Embiid and just, hey, whatever happens, happens. It looks like, you know, the 76ers aren't done after this trade. I, however, still do think at the end of this road, at the end of this tunnel, what is going to happen is whatever star they get with these assets is still not going to be enough to get them over the hump. I still do have them being a second round exit. And despite Philly's best efforts, when push comes to shove at the end of the year, going into July, Joel Embiid is going to be sitting at home with still no conference finals under his belt. And again, nice effort, nice try. But listen, I'm Joel Embiid. I'm the reigning MVP of this fucking league. I am one of the top 5, top 10, at the very least, players in this league. I am looking to win a championship. And if that shit is not in Philly, and I'm looking at the trajectory of this team and Zach LaVine is not enough, Tyrese Maxey's just too young at this point in time. Nicholas Batum is not it. Robert Covington is not it. Listen, I'm bouncing. Dead ass, I'm bouncing, and rightfully so if I'm Joel Embiid, especially if I'm going into free agency. I'm at the very least requesting a trade. Fuck that. Speaking of another team that's involved in this, the other team that's involved in this, the Los Angeles Clippers. The Los Angeles Clippers. Listen, man, I ain't gonna lie. And y'all gonna hate me.
What does this mean for the Sixers?
Stop it, Mike Greeny. Y'all gonna hate me for this fucking take, man. Clippers looking nice, man. I ain't gonna lie. The Los Angeles Clippers are looking nice. No cap. I like what they got in LA, man. Deadass, I like what they got in LA. And I can already hear it, man. I can already see it. Listen, BSOLZ, you better keep that same energy that you had with the Phoenix Suns with this fucking roster, man. BSOLZ, stay consistent. They're built around injury-prone players, too. To that you say what, BSOLZ? I'm going to keep it a bean. I'm going to keep it a buck. The Los Angeles Clippers is who y'all think the Phoenix Suns are. The Los Angeles Clippers is who y'all think the Phoenix Suns are. The depth that y'all think the Phoenix Suns supposedly have, that's actually what the Phoenix Suns have. Actual players. Actual role players ready to win right now. Who y'all think KD is? That's Kawhi Leonard. Big Kawhi. Big Kawhi. No, I'm just kidding, man. No, dead ass though. I think there's a stark difference between the Suns and the Clippers right now. And I do like what the Clippers have better than what the Phoenix Suns have, to be honest with you. I do think they have better depth. I do think the injury concerns with their four and starting. I think their starting lineup is number one more fleshed out. It's more fleshed out. It's not 390 plus overalls, 170 overall, and 179 overall. I'm putting it in 2K terms to make it fucking easy. Understand that's not how it fucking works. You know what I'm saying? If they're rolling out that lineup of James Harden, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, if they're rolling out that lineup of Russ, Harden, Paul George, Kawhi, and Zubac, I really like that, to be honest with you. And again, even if they're running Russ from the bench, that provides more back into my depth fucking take. Yeah, I don't know. I just really like this for the Los Angeles Clippers. This is a go big or go home trade, making the West even more stacked than what it was. You know what I'm saying? The expectations are high for this team. I don't know how you look at this team right here, look at where they are in their careers, look at where they are, at this point in their careers as talents and say this is not a championship or bust team. Yeah, this team is a championship or bust team. I'm not going to go as far as a super team. Because I feel like super team is a term that's way overused. People don't even know what the fuck that means anymore. This is a great team. I feel like the pieces fit pretty fairly well. And yeah, I have this team. Depending on how the seedings line up, because ultimately the playoffs are about seeding. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the second best team in the East or in the West is actually in the standings, the 3 seed, and now they got to face the 1 seed earlier than they had to, or even the 4 seed. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, I fucked up that analogy right there. But yeah, with the West, as long as they don't match up with Denver too early, I could see them making the finals, man. I ain't gonna lie. I could see them making the finals. Now again, with this team, like with any other team, especially with this team, actually, health is going to be a concern. James Harden is not the healthiest player out there. Russell Westbrook has actually been pretty healthy these last 2 years, but even the years before that, his injury history was looking at. Kawhi Leonard, we know Kawhi. He's like the forefront, the face of this load management shit. Paul George is not the healthiest player as well. So yes, like with the Suns, for people who are looking for me to keep the same energy, yes, I am concerned about the injury potential of this team. I'm concerned about health with this team. But I do feel like the differentiating factor is the Clippers do have way more depth than the Phoenix Suns, in my opinion. And even if 2 of them go down, James Harden and Kawhi Leonard are still good enough in their career to carry a game. If Paul George and Russ go down, you're going into a game with James Harden and Kawhi Leonard. If James Harden and Russell Westbrook go down, you're still going into a game with a Paul George and a Kawhi Leonard in the depth that they got. If Paul George and Russell Westbrook go down, I already said that. If, what's another combination? Hell, even if Paul George and Kawhi Leonard go down, you go into a game with Russell Westbrook being the first option and James Harden being the second option or vice versa. I still like what that brings to the table than what the Phoenix Suns got going on if KD and Bradley Beal goes down and now D-Book and Nurkic are the two dudes you're depending on, or D-Book and Eric Gordon are the two dudes you're depending on. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I ain't gonna lie. I like this. Man. The Clippers are looking nice. Man. Damn, the bottle wasn't even open. Let's see what the replies are saying down here. Let's see. All that to lose to Golden State in the first round as a 4 or 5 seed. 2024 NBA champs. I think more than ever. Shout out to T-Bangs for the 100 bits.
Yesterday on the pod, you asked Jason if I make content. I do. I just need to find some consistency. The channel is T-Bangs BTW.
Hey, good luck to you, man. You just gotta, listen. You just gotta press record. It sounds easy, but you just gotta press record. I feel like more than ever. I wouldn't say more than ever, but it sounds cliche with me saying this. Health is gonna matter a lot in these fucking playoffs, dog. I'm telling you right now, because a lot of these teams, and this is the beauty of, in my opinion, the Western Conference right now. You put them in a 7-game series, and I dead ass don't know who the fuck is gonna win. Like it'd be a 50-50 chance of like this or that team winning. To me, you know what I'm saying? Maybe 60-40, 55-45 in certain matchups, but even in those 55-45 matchups, if that 45% team wins, I'm not surprised. Shout out to Hugh Reform for the 3 months, man. I appreciate you. But yeah, man, I like this Clipper squad. Did they update the thing already? No, they haven't. Stop saying Warriors. Is Cardiac not a fan of the Warriors? Hey, the Warriors been looking good so far. I know it's only been 4 games, but they've been looking calm, man. They've been looking calm, man. Shout out to the Warriors. Okay, let's see if there's any takes on this. This is what I forgot to say earlier. I think ultimately, again, this is a team looking to win a championship right now this year. My concern with that though is, what if they do face Denver? Which I feel like, again, because of how matchups work, maybe the Phoenix Suns are the team that beats Denver, which they won't, but let's just say that, and then the Phoenix Suns face the Clippers in the Western Conference Finals, and now you got a road to the finals where the Clippers never needed to face Denver, right? But I'm thinking of that matchup against Denver right now, and I don't know what the fuck this Clippers team still got for Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic is about to dick this team down. I ain't gonna lie. Nikola, like, that ass. Nikola Jokic is about to do numbers on this fucking squad. Now, I do think defensively, the Clippers match up well with trying to defend Jamal Murray, but we also know what Jamal Murray did to the Clippers, a couple years back. And that's when Kawhi and PG were better, in my opinion. So, Kawhi might be the only guy who can guard Jokic. You know what's crazy? He might be the only guy. Listen, I don't think Kawhi is doing shit to Jokic, but he might be the best dude for Jokic. And that's the thing. If that's your best dude, that's not a good thing. If Zubac is your best dude, that's not a good thing.